oh man, we lucked out. This is my Aunt Elda, and she's agreed. I forced her, actually twisted her arm, to tell us one of her favorite stories.
Well, it's about me. And my parents moved from the American portion of the reservation to the Canadian portion. And when I was in high school, and I still had another year to go, and they let me stay on the American side until I finished high school. And I'd go on weekends to visit my parents, and we didn't always have a car. So my parents always had a boat, though. And not many people had motors for their boats. They had the oars. And I had to come back to go to school, and the only way I could come was by boat. And nobody was going to bring me, so I had to row myself across the St. Lawrence. And my mother told me how to go upstream because the current would bring me back. And so that's what I did. I rowed upstream away, and then rowed across the St. Lawrence until I came to where Racket River and St. Lawrence River meet. And I knew where they used to dock the boat, so that's how I did it. And in those days, like I said, they didn't have cars. Always have cars, so I'd have to walk from where I docked the boat to the house that I was living in. And anyway, that was a thrilling part of my life, was rowing across the St. Lawrence River.
Can you give us an idea of the distance that we're talking about? Because the St. Lawrence is no small river.
Well, it has changed since the Seaway came in. Mm-hmm. But and there were shoals, rock formations in certain parts of the river, and you had to try to avoid those. And I don't know exactly. I would say a mile
of rowing.
Yeah.
And then you still had to walk.
Yeah.
How far?
Oh, maybe another mile. Yeah.
And for you folks that aren't near the St. Lawrence River, a shoal is a flat piece of rock, like a mesa, but it's only a couple of inches below the surface of the water, and should you hit it with the boat, you might go a little further, but you're going to leave the bottom of your boat on that shoal.
Right.
And you darn well better know how to swim.
Or avoid the shoal.
And you were mostly horse and buggy back then, right? If you didn't have cars?
Well, there were horse and buggies and teams. And there were paved roads, but they weren't always plowed in the wintertime. And in the summer, of course, there were dirt roads, and when it rained, it left big bumps in the road, holes.
And this is before the Seaway or those big bridges they have now.
Yeah, they had bridges that were that would turn and pivot so the boats could go.
A drawbridge, yeah.
Yeah, drawbridge, and they had that, plus a bridge that would turn.
Well, wow, I certainly appreciate the time, and I appreciate you putting up with me, and I mostly appreciate you not shooting me when you saw me at the front door. The look on your face, I says, I hope she doesn't have a gun in her hand. But thank you very much.